a post-apocalyptic situation.
Awesome. All right, I have pressed the record button. This is a special Wednesday night call, you guys, in kulaBrands. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining. We've got about 66 people on. So share this out with your group, the link. Share the link out, please, so that people can come on for this. But tonight we've got Nick with Nya Entertainment, who's going to come on and tell us how to best get Nya's album, which releases on September 21st. Sorry, got that.
Tomorrow.
Friday
after tomorrow. 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, 2 days. 2 days till official launch. We're actually in a pre-launch right now. For those of you that were a part of the Kickstarter campaign and showed all your support, so just touch base on that real quick. So the digital download is actually in the process of going out to those as far as the excitement heading into the release. So some of y'all are getting that as we speak throughout the night heading into tomorrow. So that's awesome there. So what we're going to do is cover some points here because, again, an artist release is different than a product release in regards to a traditional inventor type product. Very different. So as Kula Music starts to form and develop and move forward, right now Nya is the first artist to be released. So we just want to cover on the music side of things some tips in the training area in regards to better ability for the artist to have success, as well as Nya, Donovan next in line, and the other people that Peter's bringing on board will be following that. So with everything else, this will be the start of things, and then we'll continue to work on it. But these are the main points that we're just going to go over and make this quick to the points here. So let's start off with some free things that is very important. Free is awesome, right? And free in this business is very important because the industry is numbers driven. So anything that generates numbers in the main tracking categories is what we're trying to focus on. And some of the main areas, the first one we're going to cover is Spotify, which we've been covering a lot of these the last 2 weeks, but heading into 2 days before the release, we want to make sure people understand the importance. That way they can set up those accounts and show their love for Nya as we hit this release, because it's very important. It's hard for a new artist to break out in the business, and the way we're going to make this happen is by numbers. Numbers, and the community has the power in numbers. So it's important that we just educate people in regards to an artist release. So let's cover Spotify. Deb and Don had held a training seminar, I think it was almost 2 weeks ago, right, Deb, in regards to Spotify and going through the registrations on that?
Don and Michelle, on a Saturday morning, they went through the entire process. Yes, and there's it's in University, and it's also live on our Facebook wall. Yep. Okay,
so whenever we post this particular link, can we also include that link as a backup follow-up to the training?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll do that because they covered in detail on the screen, step by step, on how to register in these three main areas we're going to cover. So the first one is Spotify. Spotify is a free platform, music platform. They do have some where you could purchase, but for the main part of Spotify, it is completely free. So that's a big thing here, and it doesn't take much time at all. Basically, you can set one up in less than 5 minutes, 3 on average in regards to a Spotify account. And we're going to include the link, like we said, to this on the step-by-step of how to do that. But the importance of Spotify is that it tracks just like a radio station. It's an online platform for radio airplay, basically. But it allows the fans to designate themselves and pick themselves the music that they want to hear on a repeat basis. So you can create your own playlist on Spotify, basically become your own radio DJ. You can list whatever songs you want, artists that you want, the genre that you want. But it's important in regards to Nya that her music is listed in your playlist, because it's going to track the number of hits, the number of times it's played. So as we continue to grow in the music division It's very simple. All you do is go to Spotify, set up your account, and again, the webinar that they had set up before is going to walk you step by step on that. And basically, you want to set it up on a repeat playlist, and it will continue to play whatever your list of music is. So you want to put Nya, right now she has the 2 singles that are out on Spotify. On Friday the 21st, her whole album will be listed and available, so you could go back into your Spotify account, locate those songs by Nya and list them by the album on there and just set it up on repeat. And basically, it'll just continuously play the songs and other songs that you have on your playlist. And you can turn the volume down. You can actually turn it off, but just hit the repeat button every so often, and it's going to just be tremendous help to any artist. But in this particular case, to Nya, again, we're trying to drive the numbers. So it would also drive other numbers in regards to bloggers that are out there, influencers that are out there, when they see these numbers going up, as well as other industry people in the music industry, when they pull these numbers, because that's how they track everything. Every week, these charts are pulled, and they can see which artists are playing or which one are starting to increase, which people are listing more, and those sorts of things. So Nya, being a new artist, she's not going to have like 1 million hits per day, but it's going to start out with a lot of interest and a lot of people downloading and a lot of people setting up. It's going to draw attention to who she is. So that's what we're trying to do is use our numbers to affect their numbers, basically. Okay, so it's important. Spotify, very important. The next free platform that we're going to cover is YouTube. YouTube is a video platform, okay, which is very important for an artist. In this case, we release Nya's videos on YouTube. There's some other platforms that are out there that other artists use, and some are cross-reference back and forth, but we're concentrating Nya's numbers, again, because she's a new artist. We have to concentrate in certain areas in order to affect the numbers. So that's what we're doing as far as a strategy goes with breaking an artist. So with YouTube, that's the platform we're using. You'll go to Nya Marquez on YouTube. Everything is pretty simple because it's listed under Nya's name. We didn't have to change Nya as far as her real name and an artist name like some people do. So it's very simple. If you know Nya, you can type in Nya M, it'll come up. Nya M-A-R, any of those things is going to come up because of the interest that's starting to grow on who she is. It's automatically going to start coming up when you just type N-Y-A-M-A, it's going to start popping up in a lot of categories. But the last name is Marquez, if you guys didn't know that. So you would put that in there. Her YouTube channel will pop up. You want to go to there, and if you're not able to sign up, that means you have to create a Google account, because YouTube and Google are part of the same company. Google owns YouTube, so their tracking is the same. Basically, we talked about this before, kind of like a search engine. All of these platforms operate just like a search engine. So for the more times that a name, a product, a company name, whatever is searched, then the more visibility it's going to get in regards to the rankings on YouTube or rankings in any search engine. So as the rankings, more people go to YouTube, start searching Nya's name, it's going to come up a lot quicker. And then when you log into YouTube on their main page, it's going to start saying like favorites and lists. We can get on that page. And that means that millions of people will see Nya's page, Nya's videos popping up on their main page when you go to YouTube. So we can influence those numbers where Nya would actually show up on the main page, and people will be like, oh, who's this new artist and what are these songs, these videos? Then that's going to create a viral effect when more people have access to who she is. Again, we have to do what we can to affect the numbers ourselves. So this is a free platform. So if you don't have an account, you'll set it up through Google, and it's a quick, easy process. Again, the tutorial that they put out 2 weeks ago walks you through step by step. We're going to include that link here at the end of this. that will show you step by step, but it's pretty simple to follow. You would set that account up, then you would go back in, pull up Nya's channel, and subscribe to her channel, which is going to be the red button on there. A lot of times in the videos, it's going to be inside the description, or as Deb's pointed out, it's right there to the right side of the screen. And you would just want to click on that, and you automatically subscribe to Nya, and actually you're following her on YouTube. So whenever she posts a video as a subscriber, you're going to be receiving a link and a message that this artist has a new video that's out, and the link will come directly to you in an email form. And then you'll have that, and you just click on that, it'll take you straight to the video. So when the video comes out on Friday for Crush, you'll get that link first time with everybody else. As soon as it pops up and it goes live, it's going to be sent out to you. So you would have the ability to see that and any other videos that we end up posting for Nya in regards to other things that she's going to be doing, vlogging that we're going to be doing, and our other future videos as well. So that's very important to follow an artist through their music channel.
Hey, Nick, if I could interrupt real quick, I'm sorry. Once you subscribe, please click this bell right here. This is how you get that email he's talking about. If you simply subscribe, you won't get notified when she uploads new music. So ring your bell. Got to ring your bell right here.
Yeah, ring your bell on that, and then you'll get those notifications. The other thing we want to talk about is viewing the videos. Okay, so quickly going over that. When Nya releases a video, or any cool artist releases a video, it's important, again, that we affect the numbers, because it's just like a search engine. It's going to track how many times it's viewed, how many likes it gets, the remarks that go into the remarks field, as well as the length of the views. So it's important that you watch the videos from start to finish the first time, and then like it, and put an inspirational comment in after you view the video all the way through. Okay, so that's very important. The other thing you want to do is set the videos up and repeat the video, because again, at that point, we're going for views. So right now, Deb has, I think we're alone now up. As you can see, she has 440 likes, which is awesome, compared to only 22 thumbs down on this. So that's awesome. On the left side, it has the number of views currently, just over 12,083. And then the comments. So whenever a artist, if you look on the right side where it's lists all these videos on the right, up and down, so in order to affect Nya's ranking on that side, then we have to increase the video views, the likes, and the number of comments that she gets. And then when she gets the comments in there, then to raise up the good comments, it's a good thing to go in and also like the comments, just like on Facebook. When they put a picture up, or send out any information out, and you go and you like it, it's the same thing here. You want to go ahead and like the comments, and the good comments that go up to the top, more people will see those, then the more likes she's going to get. Again, it's going to drive the numbers on the video, the rankings on the video. So after you've done this, because you can only like the video once, and pretty much, just leave one comment in there as well. But then you can go down the list of comments and like whatever comments you want to like in regards to the list. But the views is the one thing that you can continually do after that point. So you want to continuously watch any video that a cool artist release. That way we can increase the views, because that's really the only way we're going to help the artist get on the outside of the community in regards to going viral and affecting bloggers and influencers and news media and anybody else out there when we start publicizing the artist in the release. So in this case with Nya, we want to watch the videos all the way through. Now let's talk about the videos all the way through real quick. Some people will go on a video and they'll watch it maybe 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 20 seconds, a minute. So that's going to affect the numbers in regards to the strength of the video and the ranking. So as a Kula member, if we can watch it all the way through, In this case, I think this video is about 3.5 minutes long.
You don't even have to do that. You can
So
just leave it sitting.
we want to just leave it sitting and play all the way through. You can just play it, go do something else, come back to it, quick repeat, let it play through again. And, you know, just constantly do that throughout the day. It's going to help the numbers. So as you just let it play all the way through, it's going to increase the length of time that the video is viewed compared to other people going on it for maybe, 20, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, whatever that is. So as a kulaBrand member, with the numbers of people we have, we can actually push those numbers up in regards to the length of video being watched. So that'd be an awesome thing there. So about the video, we're going to have the release for Nya's Crush video on Friday, and we're going to set up a premiere for that. And it looks like it's going to be at 4 o'clock Central, 2 o'clock Pacific time, 5 o'clock Eastern on Friday. And we'll send a message out about that through an email blast. So what we want to do there is get together, enjoy the experience of a new video being released through the kulaBrands community and being influenced by the community, and pretty much just get behind the video and, show appreciation for Nya and the work that she's doing, and the fact that this is going to be a new video coming out through our involvement with kulaBrands, which is going to be an awesome thing, because this will be a first for the kulaBrands community to actually have a music video released from an artist that's part of kulaBrands. So that'll be an awesome thing. So just like we drive up the numbers on a funding project, we can drive up the numbers quickly on the first day of the release and create some stir and some people getting excited about the video coming out. So that'll be an awesome thing. So those are two really free platforms that would help out. Another one would be Google Music is another platform, the same as Spotify, that is free. But what we want to do is concentrate the numbers of kulaBrands in certain areas. That way we can really affect those numbers and push those numbers up. But it's with Alexa, Amazon Music, so that's another one free. So if you have an Echo, you have Alexa, then all you have to do is request the music, just like Deb's been doing and posting it, which has been awesome. I think that those have been very entertaining to watch the kids do that, and it could be fun. And we could post, us doing that as a community on Facebook, just requesting the music, and all of a sudden Nya is playing over the throughout the house through your Echo, Alexa, anything like that. That would be awesome, just to be posting those online. That way you can create a stir about what's actually happening and people getting behind Nya. But those are free platforms that are going to cost you nothing and really relatively minutes in the day. So if you have like 10, 15 minutes that is free, then you can go just to YouTube, watch the video, hit the repeat, or pull it up on Spotify and just do that real quick and let it go through your playlist. Relatively, we're talking about minutes out of your time per day to actually set it up on a repeat basis. And then just constantly throughout the day, just go back to it, see if it's playing. If it's not, just, click on it, let it play again. And, which is over, the next week or so, it'll just become, habit, like, oh yeah, let me hit that real quick. So, we're pushing the numbers and we're pushing the numbers. So as we continue to grow into a month, 2 months of the release, heading into the first day of the tour coming up in February, it'll be awesome to get those numbers up and make a buzz about what we're doing. And again, we want to follow these steps for every artist with the kulaBrands so we can get behind them and support them and affect their numbers. So those are going to be some free platforms that, again, very, very important to the artists and being successful in this business. The one main platform we're going to cover that actually costs a little bit of money is iTunes. Basically, iTunes and Amazon are the two main ones in regards to record sales, single sales that are tracked in the industry. They track all sales, okay? There's a company out there called SoundScan that tracks all the sales. There's a couple different ones that tracks the the scan numbers, the UPC codes, the barcodes on the music. But as far as digital music goes, we can affect that quickly because you're just purchasing it online. Is through iTunes. Let's cover iTunes first. So iTunes, when an artist releases a music, whether it's a single or the album, most of the time, about 95% of the time, iTunes is going to set their price on the song and the album. They're going to go through it, check it out, check out the album, check this, different things that they apply to the music, and put the price out in regards to that. A lot of music comes out for a new artist around 99 cents. Back in the day, maybe 5 years, 10 years ago, all music came out at 99 cents. And, back then. But now some of it comes out a little bit more, $1.29. It just depends in regards, like I said, the artist, the popularity of the artist, and things like that. But with Tiffany being involved with Nya, A.B. Quintanilla being involved with Nya, then when we released those songs to Amazon, particularly in iTunes, they went through and looked at those artists being involved with what we're doing, what Nya's doing, and the songs came out as if it was a top artist coming out with a song and release. So they priced it at $1.29. Here recently, the number has gone down. I think we're alone now to 99 cents on iTunes, which is great because that allows us to sell more and be really cost effective on that. And if you try to go to Amazon, I think it's still $1.29, and still standing is still $1.29 on iTunes as well as on Amazon. So we want to affect those numbers with those two platforms. And again, it's about $1 to purchase it, but you're really showing a lot to the artist because all these are tracked, and these affect the artist going towards getting performances. These numbers are pretty big because the big people out there pretty much control the industry, kind of like Ticketmaster and Live Nation. So if you're trying to get in on a tour or into certain venues, those promoting companies look at all these numbers and they look at social media in regards to making a decision on an artist being on their roster to be able to play at certain venues. And if you're not a part of those rosters, then you have to do things independently and go back, basically the side door or the back door to get into certain venues. So this could be very beneficial to Nya on this tour that we're starting, that we're able to get on a roster in regards to Live Nation, moving forward with things. So, and when Donovan comes out, these numbers are going to affect a new artist so we can get into more venues and possibly get in on major tours and perform. So this is going to be awesome in regards to the success of the artist and back to kulaBrands. Because again, we're affecting the numbers. All of these will affect the royalties coming back and other opportunities for kulaBrands in regards to the business side of things. So as you can see, she's bringing up Amazon there. And if you type in Nya's name in the search, it's going to come up right away.
Yeah, I did. I was just showing that. Sorry, that's kind of interrupting. I typed in "still standing" by Nya because, I'm listening just to random Alexa. The kid's dad, his account has, he pays for music, right? But he didn't pay specifically for Nya. So she is coming on to your paid account, your unlimited account for Amazon, but Still Standing is not. This is my personal account. So I'm going to actually buy it on his when I do buy it. But I searched for her. It says it's not there, but you can shop. And when you click digital music store, that's when Amazon comes up and allows you to go ahead and purchase. Unfortunately, I've got other stuff in my cart, and I'm not clear right now on clearing stuff out. So I'm not going to go any further. And I'm probably going to buy it on his account anyway. So that's how you do that, though.
Yeah. That's, again, a lot of these steps are very simple and take, 2 to 3 minutes to go through the process in regards to a digital song and downloading that song. So if if you don't have much time during your day to do this, you can do this in less than 5 minutes, pretty much, on a lot of these things that we're talking about. So again, the album comes out Friday. When I say Friday, we're actually talking about late Thursday night. So tomorrow night, when we're on the end of the webinar tomorrow night, we're actually going to see the album drop, because on the East Coast, it's going to be 12 o'clock on the East Coast, usually when we end the webinars with the timing that we've been running into. So, to come out on the East Coast, 12 o'clock, Central Time, 11 o'clock, and then Pacific Time, you're looking at about 9 o'clock. So actually, while we're on the webinar, that album is going to drop tomorrow night, which will be an exciting thing. So, and I know that because when we've posted Nya's other singles, that's how they've been dropping. They've been coming out in that particular pattern from the East Coast to the West Coast. So while we're on this call tomorrow night, it'll be exciting to watch that and see this actually happening towards the end of the call. And then, like I said, Friday, we're going to go into the video premiere. We'll talk more later.
Nick, on this, should we, for people that want to buy one song, shouldn't we pick one song on the album that everybody who wants to buy one song buys? And then if you want all the songs, then just buy the whole album. That way, instead of having 40 people buy, 10 different songs, 4 times each, it's one song that's been driven 40 times. So maybe you should pick one on the album. And then if you are willing to go buy one on iTunes or on Amazon, we all focus on one song right now and purchasing that one song on that $1.29. I'm working with Doug, guys, to see if I can issue points for the one song you buy or for the album. We don't know if we're going to be able to do that yet. We'll let you guys know tomorrow night on that side of it. But I'm just thinking numbers-wise, right?
Yeah,
that's
right.
Pick up on, right? It's not a, wow, this is a 26-song total, right? It's per song when they're buying individual songs.
Yeah, right. So that's a great point that Peter just made, because, again, we're looking at driving the numbers. So as a song moves up in the charts, it's going to bring attention to what the album is anyway, the rest of the album. They're going to research that song and figure out it's coming from this particular album. So then
I would say that the first song we drive is Crush.
Right. That's what I was going to.
Album, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So guys, if you're willing to go on iTunes or Amazon on Friday and buy a song, if it's on Amazon but on iTunes, let's purchase Crush. Okay, guys. So that would be the song that when you're going to purchase one, you're going to purchase all of them. That's okay. Buy the whole album, or you want to buy 3 or 4 songs. But if you're going to purchase anything, let's focus on Crush. Okay.
Yeah. Crush will be the song, and then the video will be dropping, so that's even going to be more attention to the album and as well as that song. So Peter's right about that. We will go ahead and push the song Crush, because it is this next single from the album. It's the title of the album, and it's going to create the most bang for our buck, because it's going to pull up what the album is and the rest of the songs.
Now, also, guys, the video, when we have the premiere, right after that, will be available in the kulaBrands software, the capture software. So you will be able to earn points in the branding and marketing pool by sharing out that video. I saw the one Nya video has about 20,000 views. Guys, we need to try to get beyond that with the new one. And then, of course, more people will go watch that. So that's exciting, because I think when we first started this, there was like a couple thousand views on that video, and now it's up over 20,000, which is exciting. But we need to try to get these to 50, 60,
Yes.
80, 100,000 on these videos, driving the numbers on those.
Yeah, because the speed of the views is going to create attention to this. Just like with a lot of the first products that were released through kulaBrands coming out there, everybody was all excited. It's a new product. It's the first ones we're releasing, and they took off. So this is the same thing, the same effect with something new, a new shiny toy, so to speak. So we want to go ahead and do that with this. So if we're talking about, I think we're low now. I think it's just over 12,000 views on that. Still Standing is just over 4,000 views. But on Friday, we want to concentrate on Crush, because it's going to pull up Nya's other videos, and those videos will get more views on them as well. So this is a kind of like a domino effect of things. So if we concentrate on one, pull all our focus on one, which is the Crush video, the Crush song, and it leads to the other stuff.
Tell them y'all just made her hit 700 subscribers.
And then everybody's jumping on board because I just heard that Nya is now up to 700 subscribers, which is,
was at like 653 yesterday.
and I think a couple of days ago she was in the 650s of things. So that's what we're talking about, the power of numbers. kulaBrands with the power, the number of the communities has the ability to affect numbers. And that's what we're talking about, just simple, everyday tasks, you know, just clicking on a button, using your fingers, hitting something on the keyboard or touchscreen, and you can affect an artist tremendously in regards to their release and their success of things. So let's see here. The next thing we want to cover is social media, okay, because that goes hand in hand. Basically, social media might carry more weight than the other things we talked about. We haven't really touched base a lot on social media, so let's go over this. Because when an artist is trying to get with a record label or get radio airplay on a national radio station, again, get signed with Live Nation or something like that to be on their roster, those companies always look at the numbers of an artist. How many fans do they have? How many people are following you? So that's very important that we hit these main areas. We'll go over Facebook. Okay, so Facebook, if you pull up other artists like Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, you're going to see millions of people that are their Facebook fans. Okay, we can get to that point with Nya, with Donovan, with the other artists, but we have to do something in order to make that happen. That means click on that like button. Okay, so with an artist, you need to go and like their professional, their official page. So in this case, it's Nya Marquez official in regards to her Facebook. Pretty simple in regards to that. So you want to go to Facebook, you want to like her page on Facebook, and then start, just like with anything else, you want to start liking some of the posts. You want to share the posts out there. Okay? Because look at some of these numbers that she's pulling up right now. You know, these are awesome numbers for artists. And kulaBrands with 5,400 members, we can start the effect because, again, we have the ability to just create noise in the industry. And once you create the noise, kind of like a ripple effect, like I said, domino effect, other people are going to start jumping on board. Other people are going to start gaining notice. And it's going to be important. And then at that point, it just takes a life of its own. So we want to go as a community and on each artist official page, in this case Nya's, go there and like her official page, which you can see it to the left here. Under Nya's name, it's Nya Marquez Official. So if you go to the artist on the left and it's got her name, yep, right there's clicking on it. That there's the official page name, Nya Marquez Official. So you can actually pull that up and go directly to it. And all you have to do is click on that like button and you're, boom, you know, that's it. You'll be following her. She'll get that number on there. And again, whenever she posts something, whenever she does a Facebook Live, you're automatically getting that feed sent over to you. And, you know, just like anything else, you're going to get it. You can watch it, watch the views, drive the numbers up on that, and be a part of what she's doing, be a part of what other artists are doing within kulaBrands. So we want to go to their official page and like their official page on social media. So this one will be the Facebook one. The next one we want to go into is their Twitter account. Okay, so Twitter, very important. Nya's Twitter is Nya Marquez Music. So if we go into Twitter and search for Nya Marquez, there she, right there. So it's coming up at the top. See, basically, as you start typing Nya's name, no one else has a name like hers, pretty much. As soon as you start typing it, it's going to come up. It's going to be simple to find. Her information is pretty simple to find on these platforms. So you want to go there and you want to follow her. And that icon is right there on the top to the right where it says follow. All you do is click on that and then you're following her. Okay? And then you're getting the information. about the release, any information about the artist. You just go in on some of those, like them, and then you can share them out. You can retweet those out as well, and you're creating more about the artist out there in the industry. See, as she's going through, you can see those and just click on those hearts and, you know, just show them love. By clicking on those, you can show love, and then she's doing a retweet, and then she's just showing you how simple it is just to write something in the box real quick. And you can put some hashtags in there and that, and it just drives attention to the tweet. And the whole time that she's on there, she's doing this probably in less than 1 minute, and then you click on it and you send it back out. It's that simple. So as the other artists with kulaBrands start coming out with their official pages for social media, as a member of kulaBrands, we want to go there and like their pages and follow their pages. Because again, this is very important. This is separate than their personal pages on Facebook or on Twitter or anything like that. You want to go to their official page. And every artist within kulaBrands or any artist out there that is really trying to make it in the industry will be creating an official page in regards to who they are and releasing their information and their touring and everything about their merchandise and things like that. So this
is there an easy place for someone to go that's on here right now that hasn't done all this stuff to just one place where they can find every one of Nya's social media accounts where they can just click, and do it all at one place?
Yeah, on her website, under Nya Marquez Official. Actually, the website is being updated on tomorrow night into Friday. Okay, where there's going to be all her links at the bottom of her website, and you can actually just click on each link, and it'll take you directly to those different areas of social media. And you can just go there, click on it, and like the page and follow the page. So that's going to be updated on Friday, because right here, if you go up to the top, back up, looks like it was back at the top. Right here, right there, okay? There's some, I just found out that there were some broken links on there that my web designer is fixing those. And then plus, we got another cool surprise coming up with you guys where her merchandise is actually going to be put and posted by Friday. So that's this little bomb there, that her merchandise for the fundraiser coming up is going to be available on Friday, heading into the kickoff of the fundraiser on Monday. So we're pretty much on schedule with everything that we're doing with Nya and getting things geared and ready to roll out. So these links that she just pointed out, they're going to be updated on Friday where they're going to actually work correctly. Because originally Nya's website was under a different URL and domain name. We had to make those changes, and it threw off some of the links on there. So we're going to get those corrected, and it's going to be updated by Friday.
Corey, can you post all the links in Facebook in one post, please, buddy?
Yeah, I'll send him a message.
And I think, Deborah,
we have them, actually we have them in the community already.
That email I sent you with the training part has those in there also. Yeah,
so in our community, you guys, we've always got these links available to everybody. If you click on announcements, there's two places. You can go to Robin's spreadsheet and find links to, I'll show you that in a second. But the first place is right here for your new members. You click on this link and then come down to right. I'm guessing, yeah, here we go. So this is all of our projects and their social media links. So if we just scroll on down to Nya.
Guys, it's so easy, especially to add to a Facebook page. I just went and invited 1,800 people. I hit the invite all, 1,800 people, and already I've gotten 2 notices that people have accepted my invite to like Nya's page. So in the last 5 minutes, I've added 2 people to Nya's Facebook page that are now following it. So if everybody just did that right now, went in and select all on invite, go to Nya's Facebook page, select all, or invite friends, select all. Boom, we could have this over 2,000 here in the next 30 minutes or so of people that have liked it. So that should be a piece of cake for us to get that done.
So
Yeah,
I just sent Corey a note to update Nya's information here where we normally keep it. We need to update Nya's links on our main post. All right, so I just sent that to him with a picture of it so he can see. And what was the other thing? I was going to look at Robin's spreadsheet because guaranteed she's got this.
All right, go ahead. Keep going, Nick.
Yeah, okay. The next thing we want to cover is Instagram. Again, all these are free platforms, but they mean so much to the success of the artist. So the next one we want to cover is Instagram. Okay, the 3 main ones that drive numbers for a artist or a product that is out there, any company that's out there. So you're losing that Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Now these are going to be separate than their main website, which is the website we just pulled up, Nya Marquez Official. Okay, as far as numbers go, and like we said for radio airplay, marketing companies, they look at these 3 platforms in regards to followers. How popular is an artist? How popular is their music? So they're going to pull up these 3s. A lot of the radio stations, when you contact them, or even news stations, TV stations, they're going to say, okay, well, who's this Nya Marquez? You're going to give them the information. They're actually going to go online and pull up Nya's social media. And they're going to look at her numbers and see, is anybody following her? Who's following her? How active are the people that are following her? How active is the artist on her social media? Okay, but the big thing that drives the industry is the numbers. So we have to increase the numbers on those 3 platforms. So this one right here she's pulling up is Instagram. And again, it's very simple, very quick to go to it and actually like the artist and start following the artist. Right there, just 1 click at the top. And then, and then boom, the numbers increase, and those are the biggest points for an artist.
So here, get on Instagram, huh?
Yeah.
I think I already have an account. I just don't know how to log into it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You just have to create an account. Doesn't take long at all. You just put a few things in there, and then just click over to the artist, follow the artist. And then for each artist with kulaBrands, we want to be doing this. So that's pretty much how simple it is, as she's just going through and clicking on these. Doesn't take much time at all.
Yeah, I don't come on Instagram too much, so I need to come out here and spend some time. Oh, I'm in the Tiffany generation, so I'm still getting used to all this really cool stuff that we have.
The one that's pretty much bigger for the kids or the teens is pretty much Instagram. I think the Twitter and Facebook are more for little older people, older generation, as far as the amount of time that's spent on those platforms. And I think the platform that mostly teens, young adults, mostly is Instagram, because it's pretty simple for them. The pictures that they post, different things that they do on there.
And Snapchat.
Yeah, and Snapchat.
Don't even start me on Snapchat. It makes no sense to me. I've tried, and it makes no sense. That's all right.
Wow,
Yeah,
I remembered my login here for Instagram. I'm now following. That was pretty easy. I'm now following Nya on Instagram. It just came up and asked me if I wanted to log in with my Facebook. I hit it, boom, it let me in, and now I'm in here following and liking photos, and wow,
And,
I'm hip now.
and as far as what we've done with Nya and her stuff, we tried to streamline things and make it pretty simple. As you can see in the headline, again, this one is under Nya Marquez Official. Okay, most of her social media is listed as Nya Marquez Official. The only one that's a little different is Twitter. It's under Nya Marquez Music. We weren't able, when I went in, I wasn't able to get official in regards to Twitter. But all the other ones are designated Nya Marquez Official, and then Twitter is Nya Marquez Music. So it's pretty simple in regards to that. We try to make it pretty simple, pretty basic, you know, because as a new artist, you don't want to be too complex and things that people can't remember so much.
Hey, Steve just asked an important question. He said, is Nya adding to her story every day on Instagram?
Actually, I allowed Nya some free reign in regards to Instagram and being more involved in Instagram. You know, so that is an area that I've actually talked to her. We need to pick that up going into the release of things. So you're going to start seeing more frequent posts by her in regards to Instagram.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome.
But as far as Twitter and Facebook goes, you know, I'm pretty much all over those with her on that.
Awesome.
So the only one we talked about that's actually costing or two is iTunes and Amazon. But that we're only talking like $1.29. Like Peter mentioned, we want to concentrate on the song Crush. So if everybody can go out, even though you receive the album, to spend $1.29 on the song Crush, it's going to be a tremendous help in regards to the numbers of Nya and starting out on that. And the rest of everything else we talked about is pretty much, you know, is free, other than your time. You know.
That is fantastic, Nick. Thank you so much. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. 2 more days or a day and a half or whatever it is. I cannot wait for my Alexa to first say her name correctly. And second, actually first to listen to the whole album. That's what I'm excited about. Hear all the songs. I haven't heard them yet. I keep checking my email. I'm waiting for my.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in the process of all those going out. Again, we have 700 of those going out. So we're working on those, getting that done. Quite a bit of people have already gotten it and started posting, you know, some feedback about it, which is awesome, which is what we want to do. We want to create a buzz about the release. So that is happening as we speak. But again, the official drop of the album is Friday. So as we head out to the end of the webinar tomorrow night, we're probably going to see that happening. And then Friday afternoon, we'll send out an email blast again about the video release. Fun time to be excited about and get involved with that and just show how we can affect the numbers. So Friday, we're going to be doing that.
Awesome. Why don't we put a 2 in the chat for anyone who ever actually thought they would be able to affect the music industry? Nice. Never in my wildest imaginations did I think that I would be involved in this. So
we've
awesome.
added 23 more people to the Facebook page just in the last 4 or 5 minutes, guys. So it's not that hard to do, right? It's easy to do, and it really does create value, right? Because if they start looking and they hear the song, wow, this sounds pretty good, they're going to go out and they're going to pull up the Facebooks, they're going to pull up the Instagrams, and if there's not an audience there, that could affect their decision to move things forward, right? To want to say, hey, this person, Nya, has steam. She has some momentum going. That's the way the music industry works now, is whether they're booking shows. So I was just talking to a booking agent today, Monica. She's a member of the community, and that's what it's about, right? It's about being able to show. So when somebody goes to book somebody for an event, they want to know, hey, will we be able to sell tickets? Well, they really won't know until they sell tickets. So how do they know that they're going to be able to sell tickets? They go to their Facebook pages, they go to their Instagrams, they go to these things and say, well, how many people do they have following them? How big of an audience do they have out there? And then you can extrapolate, well, then X% might be around me. And then that's when they start booking shows and start doing this kind of stuff. So it's extremely important, guys. And I know that sometimes, like, you're busy and you're doing stuff, but trust me, investing a few minutes a day into just clicking likes and shares and that type of stuff has a huge impact on getting this momentum going for Nya and making this thing happen, guys. It's not, this is not, it's not just, hey, well, let me get myself a little point here, partial point. It's about driving the artist. And then what we do here will duplicate. How well we do with Nya and Donovan and these first few artists, guys, will depend on how much of the music industry we get. Deb was just saying how exciting is it to be able to be influencing somebody in the music industry? I want to ask you, how exciting would it be to have 4, 5, 6, 8 artists that are on summer tours with all kinds of people sponsoring them, and you're, and you open up the news, and in the news it says, so-and-so's concert sold out in 7.5 minutes, knowing that you had something to do with that. That click, that getting that Instagram account, that loading that down, that buying that song for $1.29 is what will make all of that possible, and it will make it all happen. It's the little tiny things. Remember, if a whole bunch of people do a little tiny bit, it's a lot. But guess what? If a whole bunch of people don't do anything because everybody thinks, doesn't matter if I do that, then it doesn't amount to anything. So it's the fact that we all take action is what is the power of the community. It's where it lies. And guys, I don't know any way that somebody's going to just start dumping thousands and tens of thousands of dollars a year into your banking account residually if you don't step up to the plate, if you don't do what's necessary, which is like, I got to tell you guys, I just went on when I was inviting people to like Nya's page. I was shocked because I got to tell you what happens is it shows you if you've liked it already as a little green check mark if the people already liked it. There were 5 or 6 people there that I thought, oh my God, they haven't liked Nya's page yet? You've got to be friggin' kidding me, right? I'm like, I wanted to call him on the phone right there and go, what the heck? You haven't liked her page yet? What the frick is wrong with you? I didn't do that, guys. I understand we're all busy, but remember, big things don't get done by accident. They get done on purpose. We have to be intentional, and we have to, with purpose, start every day and end every day if we want to be a transformative organization. If we want to compete against the other forces that are out there that are making their artists popular, then we need to be serious about this, guys. And you're talking about stuff you can do for free. You don't have to give up your favorite show. Take your computer with you, sit on the couch, watch your favorite show, your news, whatever it is, and just hit like, share, like, oh, wow, awesome. She's so talented. This amazing young lady. I love the fact that she's working with, on the bullying stuff. Need more leaders like this, right, to influence our young people. Just type and share and like and invite everybody in your wall. I got to tell you, I thought, I invited everybody, and one of the people that just accepted it is like 80 years old, I think, right? But she just saw me say, hey, like Nya, and so they liked it, right? They hit the like button. Boom. It's a win. It's a major win, guys. Especially in today where popularity means everything, right? That's what really is important to people nowadays, is how popular you are. And so we seed it and get it going. And then that way, when this starts to break out with the audience, her core audience, when they go there, they don't go, well, she only has 800 people following on Facebook or 1,800 people. Well, she must not. I must be wrong on how I liking this or how popular she is. So then they just flip off. If you don't think that stuff doesn't happen, it does. Same thing with videos. Right. If people go to videos and they put in a title, I guarantee you 90% of the time they will click on one of the top 3 videos with the most views on it. 10 views, 500 views, 1,000 views. The one on 10 views could be the most informational, the best content available, and they're going to click on the one with 5,000 views. That could be just nothing but crap. All right? That's where the cost. Everyone else clicked on it, so it must be the best one. Everybody else likes Nya, so she must be good. It's validation of our belief system. Human nature is so simple to understand, guys. And that's the reason why I know this model works as well as it is really going to work in the music industry. But we have to take action. We can't think somebody else is going to do it. We have to take responsibility and say, I'm going to do my part today, tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. God willing, 10 years from now, I'm still doing my part, whether that's sharing, pledging, liking, whatever it may be. It's extremely, extremely important. In this situation with Nya and in all the other situations that we do with kulaBrands, it's very important for us to get there.
That's right, very important. And let's just talk about the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So what's that for a music artist? You know, to get validation in the industry, awards, okay, Grammy nominations, leading to a Grammy award, leading to video awards, you know, different things like that. But in order for those things to happen, like Peter says, the simple task has to be done now for that to happen later. And how soon those pots of golds happen is going to depend on how active we are now and how we can affect the numbers now. Okay, because we're talking about Grammys. Grammys usually happen at the end of January, early February. What are you talking about? 4 months away? That's quick. So in order to get a nomination, the numbers have to start happening now. When the release happens on Friday, we have to be active. Music video awards, whether it's iHeartRadio, MTV, different music video awards for Crush, I Think We're Alone Now, Still Standing. We can affect those numbers and affect the ability for nominations, whether it's Nya, whether it's Donovan, whether it's other cool artists. But these are the things, because as soon as you're nominated, that really changes the whole game for an artist, because then you can always say that you've been a Grammy-nominated artist or a Grammy-winning artist. Just look at A.B. and his history. He's won multiple Grammys. He's always going to be known as a Grammy-winning artist and producer. You know, just think about Beyonce, Taylor Swift, any of those top artists.
You guys know me. I'm a numbers guy, right? You want to see what's at stake? In 2017, YouTube brought in $316 million by their concert series. Guns N' Roses, $292.5 million. Coldplay, $238 million. Bruno Mars, $200 million. I don't know about you guys, but I'd like to get some of the royalties on that stuff, right? We got Lady Gaga, $85 million. These are real numbers, guys. These are the numbers that are produced. Coldplay's tour generated $238 million US in revenue, with 40 out of 54 shows played so far. 40 shows. They generated $238 million in cash. Look at there. At the top of the list was the tour for U2, which generated a gross revenue of $316 million. I want to ask you a question. Is it worth getting on Instagram? Is it worth liking and sharing? Is it worth spending $1.62 on a song to help be part of something like this? It is possible. It has been done, and it will be done again. Celine Dion, $101 million. The Rolling Stones, $120 million. How long has the Rolling Stones been making music for, guys? Before I was born, or at least when I was born. I'm 50 years old. They've been making music for 50 years, and in 2017, they brought in $120 million. You're talking about residual? You're talking about money coming in? Holy.
Right.
All right, I'm done. I'll turn it back over to you guys.
And it's funny that you mentioned U2 at the top of the list. Don't forget, we have a one of the, the top of the world tribute band being involved with Nya. Again, driving numbers. We're talking about numbers. We have to talk about ticket sales. Okay, so just think about this. We have Nya on tour starting in February. We have a YouTube tribute band, again, top in the world. People love YouTube music, as you can see by the numbers there. And then you got Nya coming in with them. So we want to drive the numbers. We want to be a part of those numbers. So when we do things here at Nya Entertainment, as Peter could start to see, we're doing it with a purpose. He just brought up U2 at the top of the list. Well, who do we have for part with Nya in regards to things? We don't have U2, but we got, what could be close to it. So we're talking about numbers here. So just think about that. But we have to drive Nya's numbers just like Donovan and anybody else.
Awesome, awesome, Nick. Well, we are 1 hour in from when we started. So any final thoughts, my friend?
It's just like we've been posting. It's crush time.
It's crush time.
Yeah, it's crush time. The album's coming out. It's in pre-release. People are starting to get it, which is awesome. Again, we have the drop coming up Friday night, actually Thursday late. And, Friday afternoon, we'll do the video release. So just stay tuned to that and be a part of it and just have the excitement. And then we'll just continue this snowball effect heading into the next artist. Awesome. So I want to thank kulaBrands for making this webinar possible because it's very important. It's so important to the success of Nya moving forward. So we love kulaBrands. We appreciate kulaBrands doing this and they understanding how important this is. So thank you so much from us to you. We love you guys and we appreciate your support of Nya and her vision, her goals, and things that she's trying to accomplish. So thank you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick.
All right, guys, we're 153 away from breaking 2,000. So tomorrow night at the start of our webinar, we're going to pull it up and see if we're over 2,000.
Awesome.
If we're not, I might just shut the whole webinar down. I might not even have one. I'd be like, no, we can't do this. Just shut her down, right?
Start
What
sharing.
the heck?
Yeah. Let's make this happen, guys. We can do it. We got the power of numbers.
Awesome. Just real quick, like Peter, I've gotten several to come in now and just like it since I've shared it out.
Yep.
Here. So let me just show you real fast. When you come to our page, you can either click these three dots and come down to invite friends, or you can just click invite friends right here. You click it, and then you can invite all friends. You can select all and just send it out. This is a canned email. I changed mine to, hey, the company I'm with is launching the career of this 16-year-old superstar. I'd really appreciate a like or a follow on the page. So I made it very personal, and then I just went down the list and clicked and clicked and clicked and clicked down the list of several of. I think I did about 100 while Nick was talking. So that's how you do it. You can send it.
I saw Paula's name on there. I said I better see a like next to Paula's name.
Right. I won't scroll down because the first time I came out to do that and show you all how to do it, I was a little shocked myself. So I thought, I'm not going to share this. I'm just going to get it. If I can invite all these guys, I'll get them off my list and then bring it. So if you got an invite from me, accept it.
It's already at 1860. So when I did, I think it was like 1803 or 1805, right? And it's already at 860 just between me and Deb doing it and the other people on here. So should be no problem getting it up another 140 to 200 people by tomorrow night, if not even more than that. I mean, we should go for 2,500, 26, 2,700, but I won't push it.
Yeah, Tony Grubb just invited 1,200 friends. So
yep.
Thank you, Tony.
There's, 70 people on here? If everybody just invited everybody in their friends group, that's got to be 100,000, 50 to 100,000 people. If 1% accept it, we add it 500 people, right? 500 people to 1,000 people to it. So it's
Bob
not
Pruitt.
that hard to do, guys. And most people will just like it. Okay, so and so wanted it, they'll just like it. You know, what I mean, and and then some people will start seeing her posts and go, "Wow, this is pretty cool." And that's just the way that it gets built up. Little people doing little things, or big people doing little things.
Awesome. Thank you, Bob. Bob
Great.
invited 2189. 2189.
We are cruising along.
So if everything that just was said in the last hour went in one ear and out the other, we sent you an email just before this webinar with the list of things that Nick just went over on what to do. So
With
just
the
go back
rest
to the
links
email
as well,
and
right?
follow the instructions.
Yep.
Remember, guys, the better we get at this, the more money you make for the rest of your life. It is that simple. That is the math, right? The better we get at this, the more money that we make for the rest of our lives residually. It is that simple.
I like it. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this special Wednesday night call. We'll see you with the Nya Entertainment Group at 2 o'clock Pacific. No.
And Deb, you're going to post this in Facebook right away and on YouTube?
Yes. Yep.
All right, perfect.
Should be
Yep.
out there shortly.
All right, thank you again, guys. We appreciate all the love and the support. And, it's crunch time. Let's make this happen. Let's be amazing. Let's be awesome. And just make the other artists and kulaBrands say, wow, look at all that they're doing for their artists. Because that's what they're going to be doing. Everybody that's outside of kulaBrands is watching this, as Peter has mentioned before. The artists that are coming into kulaBrands, or the people that are interested in being part of this, are watching this. So we want to affect those people, and they want to know what they're getting into. So this is awesome. This is a chance for everybody to show the power of kulaBrands, the power of the number of just a simple task that we could do. And it's just loving each other. But we appreciate all the love that you guys have been giving to Nya.
Love
Well, I
it.
want to see that Nya release video on Friday, so I can't wait for that.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'll tell you that right
Maybe this one will have a dance in it I could do.
now. We might have a surprise for you in there in regards to some dancing. So you're
All
going
right,
to have
guys,
to.
have a great evening.
All right, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right, bye. Thank you again.
Thank you.